about Noah's Ark. And I actually give credit to Ben Atwood, the assistant rabbi at Or HaTorah, the synagogue across the street from us. He pointed out that in the instructions that God gave for building the ark, he said to build a window of light, tzohar. And that's actually the only time that the word tzohar is mentioned in all of the Torah. That usually when it comes to window, it'd be a chalom. But they say, window is in bringing light. And tonight I invite all of you to bring light into your prayers. If you just find a word, a passage, or just a phrase, a prayer that just brings light into you. And speaking of lighting, I would like to invite someone up here to light the candles for Shabbos. Thank you, Darcy. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Yasher koach. To anyone who was here for the last time I led a service, I completely skipped this part until Joyce came up to me and whispered, "You forgot to light the candles." So I can check that box off tonight. So we now turn in our Siddurim to page 21 as we open up with the Psalms for Kabbalat Shabbat. V'chu neranena l'Adonai nari v'tzur yishenu nikadma fanav b'todah bizmirot nariyalo yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 da. Now we turn to page 25. Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz, yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai, baruch shemo, basru miyom yeshuato. Yai dai dai, yai dai dai. Yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai dai yai dai dai yai dai 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 dai. And one more psalm. It's page 31, or Zarua. This is a call and response. Light beams are seated for the righteous, happiness for those steadfast of heart. Or Zarua, La Tzadik, Uyishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua, La Tzadik, Uyishrei Lev Simcha. Uyishrei Lev Simcha. Uyishrei Lev Simcha. Uyishrei Lev Simcha. And now we turn to page 41 as we welcome this Sabbath bride with Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'diborecha nishmianu. El hamyuchad Adonai echad, u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litzilah. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh u'machashvatila. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri kiva orech kumi uri shir daberi kivod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Yaminu smol tifrotzi v'etz Adonai taritzi al yarish. Ben partzi v'nismecha v'nagila. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom hateret ba'ala gam b'simcha uv'tzohol atoch emune am segula. Boi chala Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Now we get to the psalm for Shabbos, Tov Lehodot. It is a good thing to give thanks to the Eternal, to sing out your name supreme. If anyone in the room has something that they are thankful for, please feel free to speak up.
Beautiful color of leaves in the fall.
Oh, color of leaves in the fall. Beautiful.
I love the maple trees.
Tennis.
Yeah. Oh,
Release of the prisoners.
sorry.
Release of people in Israel.
Yes, the release of the hostages in Israel. It's very good for them and their families. Oh, tomorrow night I'll be seeing Devo and the B-52s in Alpharetta, so I'm thankful for that. So we sing Tov Lehodot. Tov Lehodot Ladonai, Uzamer L'Shimcha Elyon, Lagid Baboker Chastecha, Ve'emunatecha Ba'ledot. Yai dai da da da, yai da da da, yai dai dai dai, yai da da da, yai dai da da da, yai da da da, yai dai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai da da da, yai da da da, yai dai dai dai, yai da da da, dai dai da da da, yai da da da, yai dai dai dai, dai 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 dai. Tov Lehodot Ladonai, Uzamer L'Shimcha Elyon, Lagid Baboker Chastecha, Ve'emunatecha Ba'ledot. And now we turn to the Chatzi Kaddish on page 55. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, v'yalmad yivrachu v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, u'v'zman kariv, V'meru, amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach, Ayol amuyom e'omaya. Yiparach v'ishtabach v'yipar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudasha b'richu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran b'yalma v'meru, amen. I'd like to invite someone to open up the ark. Would you like to open the ark? Yeah, so we turn to page 57 for the Baruch Hu. be seated. And now we turn to page 161 for an alternative, Ahavat Oam. We are love, 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 by an unending love, an unending love. We are love, 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 by an unending love, an unending love. We are embraced by arms that find us, even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us, even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us, even when we are too embittered to hear. We are love, 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 by an unending love, an unending love. We are love, 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 by an unending love, an unending love. We are supported by hands that uplift us, even in the midst of a fall. We are urged on by eyes that meet us, even when we are too weak for meeting. We are love, 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 by an unending love, an unending love. We are love, 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 by an unending love, an unending love. Embraced, touched, soothed, and counseled, ours are the arms, the fingers, the voices, are the hand, the eyes, the smile. We are loved by an unending love. We are love, 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 by an unending love, an unending love. We are love, 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 by an unending love, an unending love. Now we turn to page 65 for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta Elohecha b'chol vavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvletecha v'derech ushofpecha uvkumecha ukshartam leota yadecha v'hayu totafot beinenecha uchtavtam amzuzot beitecha uvisharecha. On page 73, 4 lines from the bottom. Leman tizkaru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kadoshim lelechem ani Adonai elechem asher hotzeiti etchem meretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai elechem Adonai Elechem Emet. And now we sing the Song of Liberation on page 79. This is a call and response. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha. Nedar bakodesh. Nora. Tilot. Ose. Fele. Zeili. Adonai ve'amru. Adonai yimloch. Ve'olam va'ed. Baruch. Atah Adonai. Gal. Yisrael. And now we turn to the Hashkivenu prayer. Help us to lie down, dear one, our God, in peace, and let us rise again, our sovereign, to life. And we go with the tune as sung by the epichorus. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'taknenu be'etza tova milfanecha, v'hoshienu. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'taknenu be'etza tova milfanecha, v'hoshienu. And now that we turn to the one prayer that was mentioned in last week's Torah portion in Genesis, the Vishamru. On the seventh day, God rested. We're all invited to rise and let out a big woot. Vishamru yivnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat v'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat v'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Beinu uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat v'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. And now we turn to the Amidah, the standing prayer. It is said mostly silently, but we will chant the first line out loud. Adonai sifatai tivtachu fi yagid tehilatecha. Open my lips, beloved one, and let my mouth declare your praise. Turning to page 105. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon Lechol hashalom, ki atahu melech Adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. V'tov beinecha livarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol et u'v'chol shah v'shmotecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Now we say the Mishaberach for those in need of healing. If there's someone in your life who is in need of healing, it will go around the room. Please feel free to say the name as I look around.
Susan Sugar.
Anybody online?
Yes, myself, Vera,
And I would
Marky.
like to mention my dear friend Molly Lerner. So we say Will Robertson's Mishaberach. Mishaberach Avotenu B'chol HaChaim V'imotenu Hu Yivarech V'yirafeh Et HaCholim Et HaCholim El Narifanala El Narifanala El Narifanala El Narifanala El Narifanala El Narifanalo El Narifanali El Narifanlanu. So, in the story of Noah, this starts out with God telling Noah, go build an ark. He gives the specifications, and Noah just gets right to work. And a lot of scholars, rabbis, they're critical of Noah for that. They're saying, a whole bunch of people are about to die, and all you do is go build an ark for you and your family. Why can't you be more like Abraham? Abraham in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, when God said he's going to destroy these two cities, so a much smaller scale destruction, but Abraham still goes and he negotiates with him. He said, okay, if you can buy 50 righteous men, 40, 30, and so on, and bargains him down to 10, and as it happened, he couldn't find even one man that met the standards for righteousness back then, whatever they were, and so he couldn't save the cities, but at least he questioned God, and Noah he just did what he was told. But I find that Noah is actually, leaders like Noah are good too. People who just get things done, and certainly we need a lot of those kinds of leaders. In fact, I go to our synagogue board and and the staff of our synagogue. I think Haley is a great leader, and and she just goes out there and gets stuff done. And Noah does a great job. And when you consider the enormity of that task, that he's able to build this ark, gather all the animals, and be able to sustain this through 40 days and 40 nights of rain, plus all the time that was spent waiting for the floods to subside. So yes, I think Noah was a good leader, but we also need more leaders like Abraham, people who go out and they question the establishment and they go out and they make change. And tonight I will speak about one such leader, Rabbi Arthur Waskow. He died on Monday, very influential rabbi. He's a pioneering proponent of what he described as a prophetic version of Judaism that fused social justice with traditional Jewish themes and spirituality. Rabbi Waskow initially rose to prominence in the 60s as a historian and an author on civil rights and military policy, and was a leader of the anti-war movement during the Vietnam War. But his life and career took a major turn in 1968. Following the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he witnessed the military takeover of Washington. Sound familiar? And that came around the same time as Pesach. And Rabbi Waskow saw parallels between the Pesach story of liberation and movements to overthrow what he described as the pharaohs of racism militarism, repressive authorities, and uncontrolled capitalism. He wrote the Freedom Seder as a result, a path-breaking Haggadah linking the Passover story with modern themes of liberation. While some in the Jewish community saw it as iconoclastic, it paved the way for what has become a large number of Haggadot in modern times that included feminism with biblical recounting of the Exodus, as well as other modern issues. Over the next 50-plus years, Rabbi Waskow went on to publish a wide range of books and served as a spiritual leader in the American Jewish community, particularly within the Jewish renewal wing of Judaism. His books, God Wrestling and Seasons of Our Joy, brought new ways to engage with Jewish spirituality and communal life to several generations of American Jews. In his later years, he focused attention on ways to describe God that were based on tradition, but bringing new insights, including using the name Yah to describe the God as the breath of all life. As the executive director of the Shalom Center, which he founded in 1983, he galvanized Jewish action to foster peace, prevent nuclear war, protect the environment from global scorching, build bridges with like-minded peoples of other faith, and elevate the voices of the dispossessed. Rabbi Waskow was also known for pioneering support for the full equality of women and LGBTQ people in all aspects of Jewish life and religion, including same-sex marriage. And he was at the forefront of efforts to bring greater attention within Judaism to environmental concerns. Rabbi Waskow's views on Israel and Palestine were often at odds with mainstream Jewish institutional perspectives, but he viewed his role as one of bringing fundamental Jewish values and prophetic teachings to resolving conflict between Jews and Arabs. I will give you an excerpt of one of his newsletters that he had written, and this is based on Parashat Noach. For centuries of modernity, enlightened opinion about the biblical story of the flood was that it never happened and it never can, it never will. The destruction of all life on earth, preposterous, no longer. The ancient midrash that human beings might bring about a flood of fire, give a new force in a black southern song. God gave the Noah the rainbow sign, no more water, the fire, next time. In the age of modernity, the sacred cycles of time have been thwarted. We have let our desire for productivity destroy our sense of holy time and holy cycles. We have become so drunk on our new ability to produce goods that we have forgotten to rest, reflect, contemplate, meditate, celebrate. The hyper-productive mode in which time is only a raw material of production has taken us to the brink of hyper-destruction, and a world that discards meditation and celebration as literally a waste of time. The H-bomb, deforestation, the climate crisis are all inevitable. The flood and the rainbow remind us that we must renew the cycles and our celebration of them in order to live. What does the rainbow teach? The Bible specifies that the rainbow came on Mount Ararat. This is surprising and important. Although the flood was mythically universal, like water in that there was no place to pin it down, it ends at a well-known place with a specific name. Why there? Because from Ararat, the mountain peak that looms in Turkey high above the Middle East, the Fertile Crescent is a unity. Just as the earth looks like a unity from space, so the whole known world looked from Ararat. There was where the human race looked like a single family in all its inner variation, from many colors, one, Adam. Instead, the rainbow itself was a heavenly reflection of the great arc of human settlements across the Middle East. And the rainbow's varied colors remind us that we can only preserve human unity if we accept human diversity. Just as the flood perched the ark upon Ararat, where the crescent could appear in its unity, so the same technology that gave us the bomb and global scorching perched the rockets high above us to give us our first glimpse of ourselves as one great ball of beauty. It is our collective danger that teaches us we are connected. The great rabbinic commentator Nachmanides wrote that God gave the rainbow by turning upside down the bow of war. "See," said God, "my bow can no longer shoot from heaven. It is now my sign of peace and love and hope." May his memory be for a blessing. In the back of your book is the prayer for the end of hiding. I invite someone who would like to come up and lead us in the prayer. Thank you, Paul.
For our guest tonight, it's the purple prayer in the back. It was one of the founding prayers of the synagogue. And please join me. The prayer for the end of hiding. As LGBTQ Jews, we are aware of the loss of integrity we suffer due to the pressures of the larger society. We often feel forced into a dishonest presentation of ourselves to ourselves and others. The LGBTQ individuals who feel they must pretend to be something that they are not. The Jews who feel they must be alienated from their tradition and community to win larger acceptance. Both are victims of a theft of identity and integrity committed by the sexual, gender-identifying, or religious majority. Creator of the universe, we ask that our hiding draw to an end, that we no longer feel we have to pretend, to promise falsely, to renounce ourselves, and that our fullest creative expression as Jews and as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people be among the blessings you bestow upon us. Amen.
And now we turn to the concluding prayer, the Aleinu, on page 121. We now recall the loved ones who had passed. If there is somebody that you would like to remember, please feel free to say their names as I turn around the room.
Lady Rush and Hamaya El.
Anyone online? And I would like to remember my mother, Susan Udovin. Last weekend I had concluded my year of mourning for her. Tomorrow is her yard site on the solar calendar. So, as we say, turn to page 131 for the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah v'alma divra chirute v'amlich malchute, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, b'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabam v'varach le'olam u'omei almaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudasha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechemata. Damiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabam min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, uyaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. Would somebody like to read the announcements? I guess that would be me. Shabbat shalom. Welcome to Congregation Beit Chaverim, both to those of you here in person today, as well as those of you joining us by Zoom. My name is Josh, and I am not in a board position. It's reading the script here. Our deep gratitude for tonight's service. Thank you to service leaders, staff member and Zoom host, Abby Garcia, and our police officer, Joel Marshall. I am so grateful for all the CBH members here tonight. Raise your hands. Feel free to ask us about CBH. A few quick announcements. Bring your furry friends to CBH tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll have the blessing of the pets. We invite all vaccinated, well-behaved animals. Advanced registration is required, unless if you don't have a pet, if you just want to show a photo of a pet or you just want to pet the pets, then you can walk in, but definitely need advanced registration if there's any non-humans going tomorrow. On Tuesday, October 28th at 7 p.m., this important meeting, Rabbi Josh presents What is a Rabbi and Do We Really Need One? On Zoom and in person here at CBH, expect history, provocative questions, and a lively conversation. Nancy Kreisman will offer practical guidance on planning ahead and evaluating in-home care and elder care facilities with time for your questions. Attend to learn tools that help families make informed decisions on Wednesday, November 5th at 7 here at CBH. Join CBH with visiting choirs Kol Zimra and Holy Blossom on Friday, November 7th at 7:30 p.m. at UUCA for a powerful Kabbalat Shabbat of remembrance, healing, and hope, featuring over 100 singers, including myself. Any other singers here? Okay, yeah, guess I'm representing the singing here. Admission by love donation. Proceeds benefit the Vito Leo Arts Fund and CBH. Get more details on our CBH website. You can find our full schedule on the CBH website. Just click on calendar at the top of the web page, and it will take you to everything you need to know. Thank you for coming tonight, and Shabbat Shalom. We end with Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom bimromav, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, imru, amen. Hey, yada-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da-da. Oseh shalom bimromav, Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. So it's we have some grape juice and challah on the way. So we will pass them around. And would anyone like to lead us in the Kiddush? Yeah, just if you would come up and I guess that people on Zoom can hear the Kiddush.
Okay, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Amen. L'chaim.
And now we invite everyone to either touch the challah or touch someone who's touching the challah or touch someone who's touching someone, etc., etc. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'tei avon.